see this last lecture we have seen about the productivity. Now the second process is there in the productivity. Is in this chapter we are going to study about the productivity, decomposition, the nutrient cycle and the energy flow. Okay, all these topics are there in this productivity. Already we have studied. Now the next one is there, that is a decomposition. So this decomposition means what? There are the various steps of the decomposition. But see, the definition of decomposition means in this decomposers are there. These decomposers break down complex organic matter into the organic substances like CO2, water and nutrients. This is the function of decomposers. So if suppose the complex organic substance is there, suppose this is the complex organic substance, this complex organic substance which is get divided into the smaller substances, these substances are known as the inorganic substances. So in that only the carbon dioxide is there, oxygen, this water molecule is there and nutrients is there, and this process is known as the decomposition. In this process of the decomposition, so the detritus is playing an important role. Okay, so this detritus is there. Detritus means what? Here detritus means what? That is the remaining part. Okay, or the dead part means the dead remains. See that, I'll explain you. Detritus means what? That is the dead remains of plant and animals. That is included into the detritus. It is constituent the detritus, dead remains of plant and animals, as well as the fecal matter. Okay, fecal matter is there, that is also included, constitute the this detritus. Or you can say that the part of plant means what? Suppose any leaf. Okay, so that leaf which is coming out from that, if it falls down from that tree, so that tree means that is also known as the detritus. Okay, so what are the changes takes place in the detritus? So that we are going to study in detail. So here in this decomposition process is there. So all these means this detritus is playing an important role as a raw material. Now here there are the few steps are there. So these steps of decomposition is what? See this. One by one we are going to study these steps. Various steps are there. First one is there, that is known as the fragmentation. See that in your book it is given fragmentation, leaching, catabolism, then mineralization, humification and the mineralization. Okay, like this given, but here I'll take the second, that is the catabolism. Fragmentation, catabolism. Third one is there, that is known as the leaching. Okay, then the fourth one is there, that is known as the humification. And the last one is there, that is known as the mineralization. These are the various steps which are involved into the process. Okay, so that process which is known as the decomposition. Now let's see about this decomposition one by one. Now the first step is there, so that is known as the fragmentation. So name itself gives information. Fragmentation means what? Here in the fragmentation the detrivorous are there. Okay, detrivorous. See that in the many examination they have asked the question, what is the detrivorous? All of you knows the herbivorous, carnivorous. So like that the detrivorous are there. Here the example of detrivorous is what? In your book it is given only the earthworm. But actually the deadworm is earthworm also. Detrivorous are the earthworm also, as well as many beetles are there. These are also including into the detritivores are, as well as a few ants are there. They are also included into the detritivores. So what is there in the fragmentation? So these detritivores are there. So they are converting that detritus. That means they are converting that detritus into the smaller pieces, into the smaller fragments. Okay, so that is known as the fragmentation. Okay, that is the first step, that is of the fragmentation. Hopes you all understood. Fragmentation means what? That decomposers are there, that earthworm is there, that earthworm which convert the detritus into the smaller fragments, or you can say that that is known as the smaller particles, and this process is called as the fragmentation. Okay, now the second step that I'll explain you here, that second step is there, that is known as the catabolism. In your book, the second step is given leaching, but here I'll explain you the catabolism. Now here the catabolism, what happened in the catabolism? Now this detritus is there. On this detritus, there is a reaction of bacteria and fungi takes place. This bacteria and fungi is acting on that, and after that this bacteria and fungi which are converting this detritus into the inorganic soluble substances, or you can say that inorganic substances. They are converting into the inorganic soluble substances. So that is the catabolism. See that we have already studied in one of our chapter, that is a catabolism, anabolism. Means here also the same thing is there. Catabolism means that complex substances convert into the simple substances. That is the catabolism. Here this detritus is there. On that detritus, this bacteria and fungi are showing reaction. That bacteria fungi which are present in the soil, so they are acting on these, and whenever that bacteria and fungi is acting on this, then they are converting into the inorganic soluble substances. That is the second step, that is known as the catabolism. After the catabolism, next step is there, that is known as the leaching. Now leaching means what? During this leaching, in the leaching process, now here that soluble substance is there. Means it is, you can say that water soluble substances are there. So these water soluble substances, so here they are accumulated. Means you can say that water soluble, now whatever present in the liquid form, so this water soluble inorganic substances are there. So these are percolating, they are moving down towards the soil. Okay, so then that particular substances are not available for the plant, so it get precipitated as a salt only. Okay, so that is known as the leaching. Means water soluble inorganic substance, water soluble inorganic substances are there, so they go down in soil and get precipitated as a salt, as you can say that as a accumulation of salt. They are precipitating and accumulating. One sec, I'll make some changes here. They accumulates as a salt. Means, or you can say that they are unavailable. Instead of, you can say that here the water soluble inorganic substances go down and then precipitated as unavailable. They are not available for us as a salt only. Through that smallest soil particles, they are moving down towards the soil only. Deeply inside the soil they are moving, that soil substances. So that is not useful for us. Then the next means, see that once again I'll explain you. Fragmentation is there. Fragmentation means what? The conversion of detritus into the smaller pieces. into the smaller fragments, into the smaller particles. It is known as the fragmentation. Then catabolism is there. So on that fragments, there is a reaction of the bacteria and fungi takes place, and here after the reaction, so then it get converted into the inorganic, soluble and the insoluble substances only. Then leaching is whatever the inorganic substances are there, but how it is in the liquid form. So that water soluble inorganic substances are going down into the soil and they becomes unavailable for us. They precipitated as a unavailable salt. So this is known as the leaching. These are the three steps of the of the decomposition. Now remaining one is what? That is humification and mineralization. Okay, now I'll explain you that humification and mineralization. See this now, fragmentation, catabolism and this leaching process. All these three processes are there. So these three processes are takes place on these detritus simultaneously, means one by one, not all the processes at a one time. Okay, so here we have seen fragmentation, catabolism, leaching. In the fragmentation, I told you that larger particles are there. Okay, that detritus are there which get converted into the smaller particles. That is known as a fragmentation. Catabolism means what? In that the detritus are there which convert into the inorganic substances. And leaching means what? That water soluble inorganic substances are there. They are going down towards the soil and they accumulated over there as a precipitate salt only. So that is leaching. Now the next step is there that we are going to study. That is the fourth step, that is known as the humification. This humification means what? In this humification, that means formation of humus. Okay, for this humification, that earthworm is playing an important role. Okay, that's why that earthworm, which is known as the friends of that farmer. Okay, in this humification, it leads to accumulation of partially decomposed a dark color, accumulation of partially decomposed, means what is the humus that I am telling you? Decomposed means here what happened, that detritus is there, that is not totally decomposed. Okay, this half part is get decomposed and half part is remains as it is. So see that this leads to accumulation of partially decomposed a dark colored amorphous, it is dark color, amorphous colloidal. That colloidal organic substances, it is known as the humus only. Means it is not totally decomposed. The half part is decomposed, half part is remains as it is. So if you have seen at that time, that color becomes the dark color. Okay, and in that the many organic substances are there. This is the nature of this humus. Here what happened, there are many reactions. On that humus, there is many microbial reaction takes place. It undergoes the decomposition, and after this, then this humus is there. This humus formation, whenever that humus formation takes place, then this humus formation changes the soil texture. You can see the soil at that time. All of you know the vermicompost. In the vermicompost, what happens? The humification only takes place. So it changes, this humification changes soil texture, as well as it is increases the water holding capacity. Means this type of soil is very helpful, very useful, and it contains the many nutrients inside this. See that humus formation changes soil texture and increases water holding capacity. So for the plants, for the growth of plant, it is very important. This is in the humification. Means here what happened, this humus is there. This humus, it is very important to increase the value of that soil. to increase the nutrients in that soil. That's why this humus is there. It serves as reservoir. It serves as a reservoir of nutrients, because it is very important to increase the nutrient into the soil. See that it changes. I'll use the other pen. It changes soil texture, it increases water holding capacity, and it serves as a reservoir of these nutrients. Okay, then here what happened means this is known as a humification. Like this humus is very important to increase the soil texture and all. Now the next process which takes place on that humus, so that is known as the mineralization. Now here mineralization means what? Mineralization means here then this humus, on this humus, I'll explain you. On this humus there is an action of fungi and bacteria takes place. On this humus, that fungi is showing action, and due to the fungal reaction, then this humus is there. This humus which get changes into the inorganic nutrients. Means it produces what? It produces this carbon dioxide, it produces the water, as well as it produces this nutrient. So that's why in the starting only I said decomposers means breakdown of complex organic matter. See that breakdown of complex organic matter into these inorganic nutrients. Okay, inorganic substances such as the CO2, water and nutrient. This is the whole process. In that fragmentation is there, catabolism is there, leaching is there, humification is there, and mineralization is there. Okay, so this is all the things related to the decomposition. Now here in the decomposition there are the various factors are responsible. Hope you all understood this, all these steps: fragmentation, catabolism, leaching, humification and mineralization. Okay, humification means there is a formation of humus, means it changes the soil quality. Okay, mineralization, then it converted into the humus, converted into the minerals, means what? Into the nutrients. Now there are the various factors are there. These factors which are controlling this decomposition. See that whenever there is a presence of oxygen, actually this reaction takes place in presence of oxygen only. Okay, means this oxygen is very important for the decomposition, as well as temperature. Temperature also playing an important role, as well as soil moisture. It is also playing an important role in this decomposition process. Okay, now here what happened? If suppose the oxygen is not available, so the decomposition is never takes place. Means anaerobic reaction is never taking place. Means here what you can say, as well as for this process oxygen is very important. Okay, then the next one is what? That is the temperature and the soil moisture. If suppose low temperature is there, at that low temperature the process of decomposition is never taking place. Okay, and suppose the moisture is there, the soil moisture is also less. Okay, so then also the processes of decomposition is not taking place. Means for this process the high temperature and the high soil moisture is there, because whenever the high moisture is there, so then that soil microbes, whatever the microbes are there, so then they can work on that detritus, then there is a process of decomposition taking place properly. Okay, as well as here you can say that this in the anaerobic condition, means whenever there is absence of oxygen, the process of decomposition is never taking place. So what we have seen in the decomposition, first one, definition of decomposition, then steps of the decomposition: fragmentation, catabolism, leaching, humification, mineralization, and the factors which are affecting this decomposition. Factors are what? Oxygen, carbon dioxide, oxygen, temperature and the soil moisture. These are playing an important role for the decomposition process.